Hello miners, Rusty out here. I really am kind of, well, I won't say out in the middle of nowhere, but I have no idea why someone would build this rock wall here. This is not a well-traveled path. As you can see, I do travel it quite a bit, but we'll take her to the end and do a knife review, shall we? Okay. And here we are. A couple of gold digs, you know, I really like to show those off. Today, looking at the Civivi Asticus. This is the large Asticus. I did a review on the small. I will take this in and compare both models. So, let's get started. We have a G10 scales, however, it does not cover the full liner. So that's what we're looking at. All the models are like this, they just have a different color. Reversible pocket clip, traditional Civivi. Strange to me that they went with black. And I bought this knife used from Cherry Pick and EDC, and I have no doubt it came with black because the pivot here, pivot screw, is also black. So take a look at that. Flipper open only, D2 blade steel, and it has very much the same style as the mini Asticus, and just not the mini doesn't have this finger choil, which I really like on this knife. With the way the ergos work, kind of a neutral, boy, doesn't have any jimping, but still your thumb doesn't want to move. It has this little swedge on here. We'll be able to see that better, I think, inside. This has way better access to the lock bar than the mini Asticus. So I did buy this used. I haven't done anything to it. Got it from Cherry Pick and EDC, if I didn't say that. And it's set up just nice. So we'll take a peek inside. Hey there miners, Rusty Miner coming at you here with the review on the Civivi Asticus. I did do a little preview on this, so we're going to go, I bought this one used, we talked all about that and the details. We're just taking a look at this thing on the inside, and I mean in the house, where I have two hands free, so I can demonstrate things like the skeletonization that you're going to find, the lockup. Take a look at that a little better, the access to the lockup, the finger choil, the swedges on the blade. This comes in D2, and excellent. Maybe I should get out my Civivi, which one do I want to get out? Dogma. Let me get that out for you guys. Kind of compare the blade shape there. So, thanks for bearing with me. Alright, so there's your Dogma blade shapes, give you an idea. Really just kind of comparing the overall. When we get this one, it's hollow grind as well, but you can see this one has a thicker tip. You got more metal, you got this fuller running out there further. And let's see if I can line those up for you. Yeah, just a little bit thicker. Of course, it's a much bigger blade. You guys can see how that thing kind of dwarfs the blade. So you do get more bigger blade, way lighter knife, the way that they've done this. I've been thinking about dyeing this handle scale kind of a charcoal. So we'll see how that goes. Really kind of this Jade G10 was very popular, and it's pretty much sold out from what I can tell. I bought this one used, and hard to say what I want to do there with that. Let's put it this way, and we're going to put what they call the mini Asticus. So, you know, in my video on the mini Asticus, I kind of made a bunch of fun about the name. Some people call it the Asticus, and I said if not to get a big Asticus. Well, I ended up getting a big Asticus. So looks like, I'll have to double check, but I got black. We already talked about that. Got the black clip on here, and give you guys another size comparison, because this is not a small knife. You guys know, as far as I'm concerned, that Rat 1 is right on the edge of being a big knife. But this one's thin. It has a great flow. You know, small flipper tab, a small pecker, shall we say, when we're looking at it there. So for carry, it's actually carries just about as well as this Rat, and it's even, dare I say, yeah, I think it's a little thinner, just a skosh. So nice carry knife. This one's also discontinued. I think they're running around $55. But they're probably not making any more, and they come with blue scales, and I forget what all colors they are, so might keep this one with the Jade. I'm picking up, I think you guys saw the cut jack. Got another steel wheel knife. That's the Intrigue. They make an Intrigue large, and then a Intrigue, just the basic Intrigue. This is D2 with a flat grind and an FRN handle, running on washers. I will do a video on this one. So surprising, for running on washers, I can shake it shut. Alright guys, thanks for checking out the Asticus. I almost forgot. What I wanted to do was compare these two. The large Asticus and the mini Asticus. So there we go, taking a look at that. You guys can probably see for yourself that this one has G10 runs all the way up. It doesn't have these liners here that are sticking out. This one does not have as good an access to the lock bar, and that's my biggest complaint about this one. Nor does it have quite as good of a move up position when it comes to you know, that finger choil. So this one's definitely got a full finger choil. I mean, I can get the second knuckle in there, and I got some pretty fat fingers. So the blade does have that same top swedge, and we got that hollow grind going out to the point there, so you can see how this, you know, this blade stock starts to taper right out here, but you still got some thick stuff out to about where my fingernail is, and then it starts to taper down there. So the blade shape is the same. D2 and the 10 CR, I want to say 15 MOV, so very nice stainless steel. And I think, oh, you'll have to see in the video, I think we're looking at something like 3 1/4 inch blade on there. So it's the same knife, but it's not the same knife. I actually like this Asticus better with the access to the lock bar and the front finger choil. But I wouldn't mind it being smaller. So if they had to use this knife and made it smaller and kind of skip doing what they did here, I think it'd make this one a better knife. having said that, I'm sure some people are going to really like this knife. So, okay guys, thanks for sticking around.